Your hat's really gross.
I know. We finished the rig, so it's time to get another new one.
Yeah, I just noticed.
But I needed to wear it because this hat has been with me the whole renovation. So super meaningful.
You're funny.
Hey, I'm Travis.
And I'm Erin.
And we are Our Lively Tribe. What?
Yeah. All right.
Today's a big one.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I had started YouTubing the renovation of this RV and then fell off the YouTube train, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But it's done. We finished it. And if you follow us on Instagram, which I highly recommend, that's where you'll see all of our daily stuff because I can't keep up with YouTube and 4 kids and work and life. So, today is the day that it's done. You're shaky.
My arm. It's been a rough 2 weeks.
All right, today's the day. We're done with the renovation. We're delivering the renovation, but first we're going to give you a walkthrough of the renovation.
And this one is going to a family from Virginia who drove out here last week so that we can get it to them. Like, it's crazy. We're so stoked.
They crossed the whole country in like 6 days, and I'm insanely
really
impressed with that.
With a 2-year-old.
Yeah, I don't even think she's 2.
Yeah.
So we're going to deliver her today to the campground that they're going to meet us at, walk them through it. But first, we are going to walk through it with you, give you a tour of everything we did, the before and afters at the end. Follow us on Instagram because that's where we share daily.
And what's fun with this trailer is it was Erin's parents' trailer.
Yep.
And I'd always wanted to renovate it because it was such a good rig, and I knew it had potential.
Well taken care of. My dad would wax it, and I'd make fun of him. So I'm really glad he did.
Yeah. Worked in our benefit.
And then we lived in it for 3 months while we renovated ours, and it was the worst 3 months of our marriage. It was.
Well, our marriage is pretty damn good then, because I don't even remember it.
Oh no, it was rough. It was tough those 3 months. So we really felt good getting in here and gutting it and making it functional to live in because it was not functional to live in. So make sure that you watch all the way to the end because at the end we are revealing it to the family and we're going to share that with you as they come in and get their reaction. And
we'll see. They haven't seen it in like 3 weeks, man.
They stopped following our renovation Instagram and only follow our personal one so that they wouldn't know. So they're going to be completely surprised. And I've been getting messages from their family and friends saying, oh my gosh, they're going to love this. So I'm really, really excited about the fact that they have not seen any of this.
That's way cool. So
let's give the tour and then watch till the end.
Unless they react poorly, and then we won't share that.
True. All right.
Here we go.
What are you in?
It's a Jayco White Hawk. 28-foot DSBH.
Bunkhouse.
Bunkhouse. Yeah. So, here we go. So, 2015. So, it's a newer rig. The newest one we worked on, I think. So, yeah, here she is. And I couldn't be more proud. I honestly am so stoked on this one. I'm stoked on all of them, but yeah. So, where do you want to start?
Start with the couch.
So, the couch. So, this actual design we did in our last one, last travel trailer like this, and what it functions as is another bed. They needed a bed for Grandma when she would come and visit. So, this was specific. So, we made it an IKEA mattress. So we built it to fit, huge storage underneath, which we've been doing. And I build these drawers with extra support. So underneath I actually have braces that run along them. Just so, you know, when you travel, you tend to overweight things because there's so much little room. So that way I built those super sturdy so they can take on a lot. And this aspect, this little back, was a design that they actually sent us. They'd sent us a couple of couch designs they really liked. So we were able to incorporate that and give them exactly what they wanted. So super excited about all of that. We decided to leave it open just to give it a nice clean look, open shelf look. Those aren't really big enough to hold a lot anyways, so it's really more practical just kind of letting them be. We can move on to what always is my favorite pieces to do is the tables. And I went with the cedar, and this time I went a little different. I decided to make it really clean. I planed it all the way down so the wood was perfectly smooth. A lot of times I'll leave gaps to make them look a little more rustic look, but this time I decided to go really clean and perfect, so I couldn't be more excited with how the table turned out. And yeah, again we went with a bench and added a huge drawer to it, so that they could put, you know, their Instant Pot or all their kitchen things in there. Yeah, Erin is getting amazing with these things, so she's been picking out. The second we get a trailer, hold on, there's a helicopter flying over. We live by an airport.
Action.
So the second we get a trailer, Erin starts kind of brainstorming lights and how that's going to go. So she orders these before I've even like painted the walls sometimes. She has in mind what she's going to be adding to these rigs, which I don't know until it comes to the day where she's like, okay, time to put lights in. So she got these red lights. We add switches to each one so that it makes them totally functional on a 12-volt system. Change out the light bulbs for 12-volt lights and you're good to go. And same with this little one over here. She actually came in the other day and there were wires just sticking out of the wall, and she was like, what's that? I'm like, oh, that's the spot we need a light. So she went and found that one, and it looks amazing. So what this is for, they wanted a bedroom for their little girl. And how we designed it, it left this space, and they had asked us for a coffee bar. So I'm so glad we were able to find the space and create one for them. So we got a coffee bar, we got an outlet here for them so they can have their coffee pot on here. We put cabinets up top for storage, and what this actually houses is the electrical. So it has these this is where the water line comes in and all the electrical. So unfortunately this cabinet is kind of off use, but that area would have been used for that regardless of what we put there. So it serves its exact purpose, but you know, that's just how it goes. One of the areas I'm most proud of in this rig is this back section. So I completely gutted it and rebuilt the structured wall and everything, but the doors is something that I couldn't be more proud of. Erin sent me a design that she had liked. Said I need the doors to look like that, and I want them to match, and I want the little girl's door to go inside of her wall. All things I had not done before, so that's the great part. Erin challenges me and pushes me so that I become a better builder, and I couldn't be more proud of how it all turned out. So this door just slides right in there.
So it's a pocket door.
It's a pocket door, and it turns into what is the little girl's room. And this design is again, it's all Erin's design, but we're able to bring it together and make it work. So my favorite piece in the rig is these little stairs. Those are the things that I was most excited about when I thought it up. There was just an opening. Erin said she needs to have a ladder, be able to climb up. So when that popped into my head, I knew it was going to be something I loved and was really stoked on. So I'm so excited about that. Those little guys. We added a nice sturdy railing, and I made it extra sturdy because I knew that the little girl would be using this to pull herself up. So I made some extra solid metal brackets to hold this on, and then we turned her entire bed into her own dresser. So she has two good-sized drawers and a really big drawer down here for all of her clothes. So couldn't be more at it. Erin picked out this rad little light. It's just perfect. I just couldn't be more excited. Here's the bathroom. So this was the original door. I reframed this entire thing and made it fit. But this door I just added those pieces to. But what I love, this entire wall was rebuilt, and I built it extra wide because it had 2 sets of plumbing tubes that were running through it. So all of it's super intentional. But one of the things that we did this time, we tiled in the shower. That was, again, Aaron saying, no, it was me actually.
No, you chose that.
We had done, we were going to go with the sticky stuff, and when I went and put it on the first time, I was just like, no, I don't want to do those anymore. I want to really work on tile and see if we're able to get that to really work well. So we tiled it, we've grouted it with Flux Grout, and we chose little tiles, hoping to, keep any cracking to a minimal if it happens, and so we'll see. But really excited about it. It's by far the nicest one we've done yet, so yeah. Another cool thing, this sink actually is supposed to sit on top. So it's about 5 inches deep, so it would be way up here. And those just really are not practical, and they're pretty dang messy. So I had the thought, like, I'm going to cut the hole bigger and sink it in there and kind of change that a little bit. So it worked out. I couldn't be more excited about it, and there it is. Functionality of the kitchen was pretty good. So we made a choice to just more or less leave it. These cabinets are all the same. This is all the same, and these cabinets are the same because they're huge and completely practical. So why take out something that totally works? So we left all of this. We replaced the stove with a little bit nicer one. Countertop, sink, all of those things have been replaced, of course. And over here was the most challenging thing that we did in here.
And you left it for last.
I left it last because I just did not want to do it. For some reason, there was a cabinet here, and I don't know how, but we took it out. And it was probably our other employee we had asked to take out things, and we probably told him to take it out.
It was big and bulky, and I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
Yeah.
But then when we took it out and discovered like a very huge hole with thousands of wires.
Thousands?
Thousands of wires.
You're not exaggerating?
When I came in here after it was all torn out and I saw that, I was just like, oh gosh. So for months now, I've been thinking, how am I going to figure this space out? I built this 2 days ago. And it was a piece that I dreaded having to do. I came up with the design kind of a little bit and was kind of hoping that it would work, and thank God it did.
It's beautiful.
It ended up being really pretty, and that's what, if I'm building something, I want it to turn out really pretty and attractive, but also it has to work. That's what's hard. It has to work. So this is actually hollow inside here so that we could run all the wires through here. This was the challenge part. So all the wires are hidden inside this, and getting them through here, and then the design for how to be able to mount it. I wanted it to be able to see all the way through. So there's just such detail and specific thinking that went into this, and I'm so excited about it. I think it's beautiful, and yeah, I'm just so happy that we were able to figure it out. When we talk about the tile, so this is real tile also. And this is my 3rd time doing tile, I think, and it's amazing. The more you do it, the easier and simplified it becomes. So I'm really excited with how the tile turned out. Yeah, I'm just stoked on it all, man. So before the trailer was renovated, it had like a sectional here with the TV, and then 2 openings on either side, like you see in most trailers. So we took all that out, and we talked with them. They wanted a TV, so I rebuilt it, and I rebuilt it specifically a little wider because I wanted the TV to be flush in there, and it needed to hold a computer on the other side. So it had to be sturdy enough to support it, and a barn door. So rebuilt the whole wall, moved it out, so that it had more room, and then I framed in the TV. We added this stereo, which is so rad, and that was Aaron's idea to add a Bluetooth stereo into them. And yeah, we used a really nice shiplap, and there it is, man. it was good. It's hard. It was a good piece.
But a lot of people ask how we hang things on walls, and truly we rebuild a lot of walls.
Yeah, we designed it all for those things. Like this is going into a stud that's, when I designed the wall, I specifically added a stud right there, knowing that the barn door would be mounted to it. So all of those things are just thought through before it's done, So, yeah. But I'm so stoked. And there's actually an electrical outlet right here where the TV gets plugged into, where it's hidden. This thing's it's a smart TV, so it just runs off the internet, so movies, everything is just right through it, so it's rad. I'm way excited. We can move on. The barn door. Was able to figure out a new design, one that I'd kind of been thinking about for a while, but didn't know if I'd ever do it, because it took some time. But I went ahead and did it. So another different design, and I love it. Traveling with a barn door, it's really pretty simple. You would think it'd be a little more complicated. It's not. So thankfully, they have these supports that come in there. So these little braces keep the door from actually being able to pop up. So those are super important. That keeps the door set. These locks keep the door from being able to go any further along the rail. So important. Making sure that you have the slit in the bottom of the door so that the door can't move back and forth. So when you're traveling, it's not swinging or anything. And then always making sure it's latched. So we add little hooks to each one that have a locking mechanism so that it cannot pop off there. Because you would not want this thing just loose while you're traveling. But you make sure you take care of those safety things. And we've traveled with 3 of them or something now. And they've been amazing. So yeah.
All right.
All right, let's move into the bedroom. So again, we turned the mattress, turned the bed, and added a complete. This is the most detailed one we've done as far as drawers. So they each have 2 smaller drawers. I built them as big as we possibly could, so that they wouldn't run into the wall, to give them as much space as we could allow for them. One of the raddest details, like always, Erin comes up with this stuff. She says they need to have a step. They need to have a step to get up on their bed. So we gave them a little step. And it's just a perfect size. I kind of measured off Erin's size of her foot. And they're able to step right inside there and pull themselves on. And it's just such a little thing, but makes so much. It makes their life so much easier for being in here. So those are the little things that we're thinking of as we do these, and who they're going for. We took into consideration who the trailer's built for. So that's one of those little things. Erin came in the other day. This was only like a week ago. She walked in this room.
I feel like you're blaming me for everything.
Well, you pushed me to be able to do this stuff. So we walked in here, and I had thought I would build a closet like we typically do.
Men, do not get yourselves an Erin. Just gonna make you work.
Get yourselves an Erin. Trust. Get yourselves. Don't get yourselves an Erin. She's mine. But she walked in and said, I want a full shelf running across that whole back wall. And I went, oh.
And you went, ah.
And she and it was like, okay. So, which it worked out because right behind where that shelf lies, there was an opening strip that needed to be covered at some point. So it knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone. But figuring out those angles and all of that is where the time took. Building those brackets was one of the most. It took me like a while to figure it out. But what's amazing is how strong they are. Like, it's just, I'm so stoked on it. So another thing that was so specific, I picked the pretty wood to put below them so that when they're looking at it, they get the pretty side of the wood. And so it's kind of pretty all around. And I couldn't be more happy about it. So, yeah. Erin picked out these rad lights. And these are the things that every single one of our boys looks at and is like, that light's so cool. Like, they don't look at anything else. They're like, that light's so cool. And I'm just like, that's the one thing I didn't even build. Like, what? But we got a little switch. Freaking perfect.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces too.
I know! Whatever,
and then,
you
so
guys.
talk about the desk and the mount.
So she, so Caitlin, I don't know which one though.
Katie or Caitlin, one of them.
Caitlin worked from home on the computer. And she has a standing desk. This was one thing they wanted. They needed a workspace for her.
I'm going to share that picture of her desk that she sent us. I have
perfect.
it. Yep. So this is what she was using.
Yes. And she said, I need a standing desk. And it needs to be this height. She sent us the height and kind of the dimensions. So when we were putting it all together, I think we sent them pictures of us standing here holding a desk base and like would this work? And so it's really fun that like we really worked close in a way, but not so close. They weren't crazy involved, but they were specific with what they did need.
Yeah.
So they challenged me to be able to build them a desk that would come up and fold down, and figuring out how I was going to get it to fold back down challenged me for like, this is the stuff that runs through my brain for weeks and weeks. Until I finally figured it out. And when it came to me, it was just like a flash of light, and I couldn't be more excited about this little freaking desk. So I'm going to walk you through it. Okay? So it's on a big hinge right here. Pull it up. And this bracket right here slides out. I hate that. That's the toughest part. Locks in on the bottom. Has a little lock cut out right there. Can't move anywhere. And now it's completely flat and supported. Every corner's really supported. And
so then not only does it serve as a desk, it also serves as like a side table.
Yeah.
For bed.
It's perfect. I couldn't even. And how I designed so that when you close, you had open space. So everything under here is going to be hidden once we bring this down. And I added a little magnetic latch so that when this drops down, it sticks to the wall while they travel so that it's not bouncing around. And this thing comes out super simple. I built this little custom bracket, mounts right back in there, goes away. I'm so happy with it.
And so then she uses a laptop and a computer screen. So we put in the exact mount that she'll need for her computer screen.
Measured the exact distance it would need to be away from the wall, how far out it can angle, where the desk was sitting. Very, very detailed with all of these little things. So added an outlet right here that, super simple for their laptops and her desk. So yeah, man, and this is where the actual TV is mounted through. So I built a really solid piece right here. So this just bolts right to the television. So if they need to take the TV down for any reason, these 4 little screws and that TV just comes right out of the wall.
Nice.
Yeah.
We are going to close it up, hook it up, drive it over to the campground, and share it with the family. So stay tuned.
Nice.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is us.
Oh my god.
This is so us. Wow. Oh wow.
I love her advice. I know. We were wondering where they going to put this. That is, we love it. It is. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, yeah.
We need to keep this.
Yeah, I know, to keep ours. Ours. Oh my gosh. What do you think?
Check it out, girl.
Oh, I love all the colors. Look at this.
I know.
Really.
Big
I'm in
foot.
it.
Oh. Get in there.
Oh, yeah, so
Feel free to open doors.
Yeah,
I like
I know,
I know.
so pretty.
It's all yours.
Oh my god. What do you have?